Hi everyone, it's Deborah. Today we're going to talk about mothers and grandmothers. Your position is always there. It doesn't stop when your kids turn 18 or your grandchildren turn a certain age. You're always going to be a mother. It is a huge responsibility. And since I'm the matriarch of my family, it is a big responsibility. I don't know how my mother did it. She had a lot of grandchildren and she had 5 children. But yesterday, I have a friend living with me and she's got multiple medical issues, and I am getting ready to sign her up for disability. And I have helped 2 other people get it without an attorney. Yes, you can do it. You can do a lot of things without an attorney. And I told her not to change addresses, not to change her name, because that delays it. So, if you have a couple of issues, I happen to have the one thing that is like an automatic degenerative disc disease. It's automatic because it only gets worse. And I got my disability, I know you're not going to believe me, within 4 months. Yeah, so you don't need an attorney. So I've been taking her to multiple appointments, and this could go on for another year because her hip, I noticed, her gait, when she was walking, she's limping just the way I was 5-6 years ago. And then 2 years later, I had to get the other hip done. But I can tell because when I first saw my girlfriend that I've had for 50 or 60 years, I saw her in the Cheesecake Factory. She was walking in and I go, whoa, what is going on with you? She told me she had to get her hip replaced. If you see someone in your family limping, they need an x-ray because they need a reference point. You see this? It's cheap Chinese blush. I can't get it off. They need a reference point of how much bone is left. Now, this is the thing. I waited because I was walking like 2 and 3 miles a day at Walgreens when I worked there at the pharmacy, and I wore it out. I wore down 11 millimeters, and my orthopedic surgeon said, Debbie, I could only give you back 9 millimeters. If I had waited any longer, I would have had a permanent limp even after I had the hip replaced. So don't wait too long because you're just doing more damage that may not be able to be repaired. So this... But first, we're going to get some other issues with her out of the way, and then we can deal with the hip. But yesterday, my granddaughter called me in horrible pain. She told me what happened, and now she's been working with her dad on tile jobs. So her mom suggested she goes to the hospital. She said her pain was excruciating. And I told her the story about when I was actually stacking 2 cords of firewood and I had a lot of pain here, right where my heart is. And everybody says, well, you better go to the doctor. So I finally drove to Fairfax and went to the doctor. I admitted myself. And my brother and his wife was there for me. And they gave me Dilaudid, morphine, any pain medication that you can think of, and it did not work. I go, oh my God. So they came in the middle of the night and they said, listen, we think this is the end, Miss Debbie. We have to give you a shot. We think you may have blood clots or something like that. I don't know. So they shot me in the stomach, and I said, oh, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to call up everybody that's ever bothered me, and I'm going to tell them that I love them. And I did. I called up my husband at the time that we were in the middle of a divorce, and I called up other people that I've always had qualms with, and I just told them that I loved them because I don't want to leave this earth with somebody that I have not got along well with. So, yeah, I believe it or not, they didn't answer. God dang. They did not answer. So, I because they thought I was having a heart attack, they would not let me drink anything. So, of course, you know what happens when you get dehydrated. You get a migraine. So I woke up with the worst migraine. They come to find out, they said, we think you have a pinched nerve from stacking all that firewood. So, now, an x-ray is not going to pick that up. That has to be an MRI, I believe. But the minute they gave me prednisone, pain gone, just miraculous, because I always keep prednisone in my house for poison ivy. I'm highly allergic. I also keep it for chronic sinus and also for a pinched nerve. The only thing is, one of my sisters and I, we do not get along well with prednisone because it just bothers us so much, because it causes insomnia for me. But it is a miracle drug, and so she came over here crying. She went to a walk-in clinic, which I don't think the walk-in clinics really dispense are really as good as you think they are. I've been to a couple, and some of them are not even allowed to prescribe medicine, so why even go? So she came over here crying her eyes out, and sorry, I had to cut the tape. That's why it's so difficult for me to do recordings, because that's why I have to do them in the car, and you guys get mad at me, but I can't help that. So back to my granddaughter. When I go out of the country, especially when I was at Mexico, you can't get this stuff in the DR anymore. They just don't do it anymore. But I always pick up prednisone, Flexerol, things like that it's hard to get a doctor to prescribe it for you. So I gave her a prednisone, just one. And I said, if your pain goes away, then we'll know it's a pinched nerve. Well, you want to finish the story? It was a pinched nerve. Now, she is in the doctor's office begging for help. And it's like they don't care that you're in pain. All these pain pill seekers has ruined it for so many people who are in real pain. Now, she's already had multiple x-rays because she has a herniated disc, and she's supposed to get her neck operated on, but she's waiting for the right time, because she's going to have to move in with her mom. I do believe. I can't really speak for her, but she's feeling better. Thank goodness. I gave her a Flexerol and a prednisone, and there's a such thing as a Toradol, because they give that to you when you have an operation, but you can only take it for like 5 days. And it's like a high-powered anti-inflammatory, like naproxen or Aleve, and I gave her one of those. Well, she's doing fine, but it is horrible that us Americans cannot get the pain relief and that we need. It's awful. And I think that's why so many people are moving to other locations, because our healthcare system has failed us for lots of reasons. And it's a shame that I have to keep things like this in my house for the doctors who do not listen to you. And then I woke up sick yesterday because I think when I went to my eye appointment, people got in my face and I got a little congested. And then I took, so I rested for about 4 hours yesterday. And then I went and did all my chores. And I feel okay now. But yeah, I should have told him to mask up, but I feel great now. It's no problem. I just took my cold pills. And let's see. So it's just our healthcare system it's awful. And to get a dermatologist appointment, you're talking 6 months to 8 months. I called 5 and I just gave up. I just gave up. So, thanks for listening. Bye.